Amplify.LA offers mentorship, flexible terms for founders, and an excellent office space in the heart of Venice, California. Today we're talking to them about their program.
Amplify is a curriculum-based startup accelerator that provides flexibility in both terms, time frame, and gestation period for the companies that join. We noticed that there was basically a lack of seed stage capital in LA and a lack of quality startups at a seed stage that were coming in from LA. Having a set class-based structure was not in the interest of entrepreneurs because it forced them into this time-based selection process where they had to start when the accelerator wanted them to start, and we felt entrepreneurs just want to start when they want to start. So we adopted a rolling start program so entrepreneurs get to join Amplify whenever they're admitted, because rather than have this rigid structure where you're in and then you're out and you're kicked out of the nest after 3 months or 4 months, we allow companies to stay a bit longer depending on how they gestate.
For startups that want to be based in LA, Amplify provides a flexible structure and excellent working environment for them to take advantage of. The accelerator takes a very hands-on approach to helping them improve their products and find new customers.
We had already built the product. We already had an acquisition offer. We already raised a little bit of money. You know, we already had 10,000 customers using the product. So it was like, why would we join an accelerator?
We came in, we met with the group, we pitched them on our idea. At that time, it was more of a PowerPoint presentation than it was a product. It was fairly informal process. There was never really an application submitted.
But when it came down to really sort of looking and taking this seriously, because again, we were kind of so against it, you know, the guys at Amplify just really seemed to really get what we were doing. They really believed in sort of the vision I was setting out, which was important to us.
For us, we always believe that it's not just an idea that makes a company successful, it's the people that get involved. We looked at the value proposition of Amplify specifically, and it was a really interesting, well-rounded group, from a technologist to an operator to somebody that's focused on financing.
We have a CTO, a head of product, a head of BD, a head of finance and operations, and we work with the companies on an ongoing basis on monthly milestones, working on their tech stack, working on their business model, pricing, capital raising, of course, and so it's a much more hands-on methodology to working with the startups.
With backing from a mix of institutional investors and a wide network of local entrepreneurs, Amplify is well positioned to make introductions to the people who can best help its portfolio companies. And instead of the usual demo day, Amplify has what it calls an investor showcase.
You know, every company is different. We all come in at different phases of sort of our business. And what's great about Amplify is they will kind of give you anything you need if you ask for it.
Starting a company, I thought that I had a large network of very strategic individuals, and just expanding that network was really a surprise how fast that happened.
Amplify has the deepest experience on their core team as investors and has the deepest network of other startups and other startup founders they can pull from.
Rather than take the approach of having a one-size-fits-all demo day where all the companies present, we decided to do something different. We call it investor showcase. We do them periodically. We only invite a small number of investors. We invite both Amplify companies and non-Amplify companies, which is a unique thing in the accelerator world, so that we give other LA companies an opportunity. And all of the presentations are one-on-one.
Come here as a first-time entrepreneur if you're accepted to the program, and you can really, you get the value out based on what you're looking for.
Just great to work with folks that are making that happen here.
One of the most compelling reasons to join Amplify is its office space. Just a block from the beach, the office is used by portfolio companies, but it's also available to others for co-working.
We didn't want to be an accelerator that just had a little room for a tiny little swath of companies, but we wanted to have a building that had a lot of energy and a lot of flow, and even non-accelerated companies coming in and working in the space managed to find this location, which is, a block from the beach, takes advantage of the local characteristics here in LA.
Snapchat's right down the street, Google's down the street, Facebook has an office down the street, so we're sort of in the middle of everything. You can walk out and see people wearing different shirts of different tech companies, so you really sort of feel like you're not in Hollywood, you're in LA.
A home base, so we kind of spent half our time here and half our time at home, depending on if we needed to focus. Sometimes there's a lot of activity going around, so that can be good if you want to tap someone on the shoulder and get an opinion, but it can also be a little bit of a distraction.
provides us with a very diversified space that offers room for co-working on one part of the space, and then room for the accelerators in a divided space that we're sitting in right now.
You come in here, you really become part of this big family and network.
Amplify has a rolling application process, allowing startups to join at any time. It also tries to keep its alumni network involved through events and meetings with partners even after they leave.
So what we're always attracted to is entrepreneurs who are passionately engaged in what they're trying to build, because they're not doing something for some ephemeral motivation behind, oh, it's a hot and interesting business, but it's because they deeply believe in it. To look at the mentors and the investors in Amplify and have any one of those people or one of our entrepreneurs make recommendations.
I think there's a big community of wanting to give back, so no matter what level you hit in a company, you want to kind of help the guys that are just, a year behind you from a timing standpoint.
Amplify does a great job of keeping us in the loop, basically, even though we're not in here day to day anymore. And when there's things going on, we know about it, and if we choose to want to kind of come in and be part of it, we can. Go in and meet with the partners, meet with the founders, go in and meet with the companies that are part of the accelerator, talk to them before you really sort of make up your mind. Because in our case, it was one of the best decisions we made.
If you're a startup founder that's looking to join an incubator that has more flexible terms and is a block away from the beach, Amplify.LA is probably for you.